Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 48th World, where we do soap opera reviews and recaps as well as reality shows. This is my first time covering on my channel The Young and the Restless. Y'all, I have been a fan of the soap operas Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless, As the World Turns, and I used to be a fan favorite of General Hospital, but it lost steam somewhere down the road. But I have been watching diligently The Bold and the Beautiful and Young and Restless ever since I was 17, 18 years old. And I'm 48 right now. So you can tell I've been a true fan since day one of the soap operas airing. So I will not talk anymore about this. I do also recap review on The Bold and the Beautiful, so please check that out. I've been doing that for a while now. So this is my first opening day covering The Young and the Restless. Hope you like it, and I will be covering it on my channel, so show me some love. Come here every day for your soap operas reviews and recaps Deb Chanel's way. Okay, so let's get on right into it. This particular Young and the Restless episode aired on April the 20th, 2016, which was Wednesday. So I still have to catch up on the one that happened today, but I'll get that to you as I upload videos. Okay. The scene sets where, let me see. Hold on. I think I kind of got it in this place. Okay. The first scene sets with Sage and Dylan. Okay, Dylan is watching Sage holding Sully, his newfound baby, with Sharon, and he's wondering why is she daydreaming, and she's not even hearing him come into the room. So, we don't really know what that is all about. So we go back, or the clips switch from that scene to Sharon being at the bar, and she's watching this lady that she thinks she knows from the hospital, but she's not really making the connection. But she goes to the bar and she asks the bartender what was the young lady's name that she was talking to. You know, she's just being passive aggressive and stuff, just trying to be nosy and get the information from the bartender. So the bartender was kind of standoffish to her at first, but then he introduced himself as Wes, and they start making idle chatter. Okay, then we leave that scene. We go to Abby and Ben. Ben talks with Lily, and he starts thanking her for the room that she had set up aside for him and Abby to partake of. That's just like a little getaway for the weekend, and full of fun, relaxation, all of this. But little do Abby know she's there for a baby shower. So she just tells Ben what room she's reserved for them upstairs at the General City club that they have there in General City. Then the scene goes to Lily and Max. Okay, Lily is calling Max to let them know that the guest of honor is at the club. So they kind of doing this little military style of letting someone know when someone has approached that they're looking for, or they're in the area, that they're waiting to come. So they do all this little military code talk, which is cute. Not warranted, but it's okay. Then we move on to Ashley. Ashley is going over the guest list, and she calls Nikki because she don't even think that she called her initially to be invited to Abby's baby shower. But she goes on a call and lets her know, impromptu, can she make it? And of course, you know, Nikki was in that little debacle mess where she had this bruise on her head. She was drinking too much, and aesthetically facial, she don't look good enough to be out without people coming to her and taking the spotlight off of Abby's day and her baby shower. They'll be worried about Nikki and trying to find out what happened to her, and the whole scene to take a damper on their moment, a happy occasion moment that they're trying to have for Abby. So, using her good sense and train of thought, she just go on and tell Ashley, Nikki does, that she has a prior engagement that she cannot get out of. She wish her well, da da dee, da da da. So they hang up. We go to Nikki. She's sitting in her bed, looking all crazy, like, this is just not her. How did she get herself into this fix? Da da dee, da da da. So we go to, from that scene, we go to Adam and Victor. Adam goes in to visit his dad in jail, and he's asking his dad when he comes out to sit with him for his visit, Dad, what did you do? Why did you get me fired? This, that, and the other. He just going on in on his dad. His dad like looking at him like, I don't know what the hell you talking about. What are you talking? Make some sense to me first of all. Tell me what you're talking about first. So, Adam saying, Dad, I know you had somebody to fire me. It has your signature, your motif all over it. But if you didn't, then what's going on? I don't know because I got fired from the company. And Victor said, there is a thing called downsizing. In this world today, the economy is at a mess and people are trying to restructure their organization so it can still run. And if it means letting go some people, then that's just business sense. That's smart business sense, man. You should know that. That's business 101. But anyway, we move from there. We go to Sage and Dylan. Dylan is telling her his son is teething because he's already took his son from her after she goes into this like trans kinetic state where she just daydreaming. He like he wasn't feeling that the baby was too safe in her arms with her not even noticing that he's in the room. She just caught up in the moment in her mind. So he goes on to tell Sage the reason why he's fretting and this, that, and the other is because he's teething. And she's taking it all in because evidently she never had a baby before, never saw that process going on with a little infant. Then Sage is telling Dylan it's a good, he's a good dad. Glad he's, what do you call it? Experiencing fatherhood, and he's doing a very good job, so he should be proud of himself. And Dylan is asking Sage, where was his wife? Where is his wife? And then she was saying that she had to go to a doctor's appointment on the spur of the moment. It wasn't nothing bad. It was just something she had routine. The doctor's office had a cancellation, and they asked her to come in, so she left and went in. And then Dylan says, okay. And so the time goes on a little further, and then he gets a call, and it's for the police station that he works for, employed by, and they're telling him this, that, and the other, what happened to Nikki. They're saying Nikki was in an accident. They didn't say if it was a motor vehicle, street brawl, whatever. But he said, okay, all right, I'll check it out, but thank you for letting me know. So we move from that scene, we go to Wes and Sharon. That's the guy, bartender at the club. So Sharon goes on to asking Wes about his girlfriend, how he know her, when did he know her, how long have they known each other. He goes in to answer some of her questions, but kind of apprehensive because he don't know where this line of questioning is going. But he goes on to tell her that his girlfriend's name is Angela. And then he goes on to say, she's been his girlfriend on and off. And they were off around the season around Halloween. But shortly, maybe a week or two ago, they got back together. So, he's spilling all kind of tea on his girlfriend that he really wasn't supposed to be spilling. But I guess he felt Sharon's energy, and he felt she was good enough to devote certain things to her. So he went on just spilling tea, just spilling tea, just spilling tea. So we go back. We're still on Wes and Sharon, and she's still drilling him, trying to get the 411 as much as she can on this particular individual. And he goes on and honors her request and tell her this, that, and the other. And we move to Nikki and Dylan. Dylan is calling his mom and telling her, what's going on. I heard you were in some kind of accident, this, that, and the other. And then Nikki replied, like, well, half-heartedly replied, said, no, they must have got the wrong person, because nothing like that has happened to me. I'm fine, but, I have to go now because I'm in the middle of something. I'll call you later, this, that, and the other. So Nikki hangs up on him. Okay. We move from that scene, we go back to Dylan and Sage. Dylan is asking Sage, can she stay a little longer? Hopefully his wife, Sharon, will be back soon, because he has to go take care of a very important issue that has come up. And he needs to take care of it himself. It can't be done by anybody else. So, of course, Sage is very happy to stay with the baby, this, that, and the other, which I think is a secret behind that baby. But we're going to keep on going. Because, like I said, I'm not quite sure of my thoughts. My thing is, I believe Sully is actually her baby, and Sharon baby has either got kidnapped or killed. I don't know, but that's my thoughts, my hypothesis of it. So we move on, because Dylan, in his mind, he's gonna go check on his mom because he knows she's a alcoholic, and she's been in remission from that a sober. Her sobriety has been well for some years, and he just want to make sure for his peace of mind that he can have a visual on his mother so he can just put some things to rest. So he leaves. Sage says she's gonna stay, and that's good. We go on to Ben and Abby. Okay, Ben is trying to get Abby to come out of the bathroom because they're getting set downstairs, and they're gonna be calling him at any moment, saying, bring Abby downstairs and let her partake of this wonderful baby shower we don't put together for her. And he's trying to get her out, and she's taking her time, and he was like, well, babe, I got a present for you. You need to come on out so we can do this and that and the other. And really, he was just, like I said, trying to get her out the bathroom so they can go downstairs and mix a bagel with some people that have come out for her baby shower. But honey, when she come out in that pretty fuchsia lingerie set, I mean, it wasn't really sex or anything, but I mean, she is pregnant, so it is what it is. But the color was just so popping, eye popping, pleasing. I really love that color on her, and the color in general. And when he sees all that, and she goes to talking all sexy and cute to him and stuff, and he liking it, he falling for it. Typical man. But anyway, he goes and show her that he has a gift for her, and she loves gifts, big or small, expensive, not expensive. She don't care. So she goes and take it. She doesn't open it up because she still wants to wait. Excuse me. So basically, one thing leads to another. They end up in the sack. So it didn't matter whether or not the party was ready to start. He was going to get his groove on, and she was going to, make sure he got his groove on, and that party just had to wait. But they didn't have any signs or calls to him while he was getting intimate with his wife. So he went on and just did what he had to do as far as time was concerned. Uh, then we move on to Ashley. Ashley is getting everyone in the Crimson Lights to gather up so they can leave to go set up for Ashley's party at the club, General City's clubhouse. And Esther is getting ready to go. Uh, Neville's the doctor that works with Ashley at the hospital. He's packing up stuff. Max is getting his things together, but this little demon seed child, he's crazy. He needs some mental help, honey. They need to really see after him. And I think Neville kind of really understands some things about him that he ain't right. And child, he didn't even think Ashley had Abby had killed his had some form or hand in killing his mother and all this kind of stuff. The young man is just pretty messed up in the head, so they really need to get him some help because he done started some mess, child. He done set up for Ashley's baby demise, or get her out the picture too. Hell, he don't care if he get two birds at one stone, or he had to hit one and come back and get the other one. That's how this little joker going. It's like that evil son, good son, evil son, or something like that. Play it on Lifetime or something. Just one child. He all kind of remind you of Damien and what is it? God, I can't think. And Omen. Whew, he's a bad child. But anyway, he set up this elaborate type of scheme where he gets this kind of cord tape that's kind of clear. You can't really see it because it is clear. It's transparent. And he sets it up for Abby to come and trip on it. Which, lo and behold, she do fall for the bait. When they calling her down for her baby shower, he already done set the little string up. So when she comes down the stairwell, of course she's not paying attention to it because it's clear, and she's not having her mind on it that somebody done set something up for her to fall. But she, definitely falls on the string, and she comes tumbling down. So now they're looking at an issue on whether or not she will have the baby or kept the baby throughout the fall. But anyway, let's see. They're going, like I said, Ashley trying to get everybody to leave Crimson Lights to go on over there. So he's taking his little healthy surprise. And I kind of went ahead of myself and told you what the setup he was doing for Abby and what he was trying to look for the tape for. Well, he said tape, but it wasn't tape he was looking for. He was actually looking for that clear string to set poor Ashley up. But anyway, we move on to Victor and Adam. They're still at the jailhouse. And Victor is telling Adam he wanted him to run his company at one point in time. He wanted him to step in the role as CEO, but he didn't do it. He didn't want to do it for whatever the reason was. So he, wanted him to be a man, step up to the plate, but Adam denied it. And so, he had to devise other plans. And he said he has a plan for his company to stay afloat while he's in the slammer. Don't worry about that. That's something he should not even concern himself with. So we move from there. We go to Ben and Abby. Both just got finished, like I said, having sex, and they are both talking about the baby, and they're both talking to the baby, and this, that, and that. It's a sweet little thing, sweet little moment filming for them. But they, like I said, they don't know what little evil ass Max got set up for Miss Abby. But we move from that scene. We go to Ashley, Mac, and Dr. Neville. And Ashley is calling Ben to let him know the party's already, downstairs being set up. And they're in the building, so he can quickly go on and try to clean his wife up, get her back fresh, and they go on downstairs and partake of that party. Okay, we go back to Sharon and Sage. And Sharon comes back home and, looking for Sage, finally finds her. She comes out and she just goes off on Sharon after Sharon has been really thanking her for staying with the baby. And, trying to give her the 411 on what actually she went and did. But, of course, Sage done took some of the information she thought she knew, took it for granted, and just had Sharon out there fooling around, this, that, and the other. And she's like, "Oh, honey, no, I'm not doing none of that. Let me put your mind at ease. Let me tell you what I was doing." And so she gives her the 411 on that, and then she kind of simmers down and tries to understand where Sharon is coming from. So we go on to Dylan and Nikki. And Dylan is at Nikki's doorstep because, like I said, he was going to try to put facial stuff together because how his mama was talking. He was like, something going on with you. I'm coming over there. So he surprises Nikki, and he won't leave from her apartment suite or her little room she's rented at the club. That he like, you finna let me in. I ain't going nowhere. So she half-heartedly opens up the door, and then she said, "Don't." It looks worse than it really feels. It's nothing. And he's just like, "Oh, what happened to you? This, that, and the other." Then he really starts trying to drill her, but he's thinking she had got off the bottle, got back on the bottle, and just had a binge of it. And, it just is what it is. Nikki's life when she gets too depressed and Victor has thrown her out for whatever reason. But, it's other forces playing against Nikki and Victor while he's in jail. Because, this little guard has been doing a number on Victor. And it's not somebody Victor cannot not, withstand himself from, because he definitely can stand up to the man. But when you're in prison, you gotta like walk that line because it's another whole world, and fairness is just not in it. So we move on back to Victor and Adam. Victor is saying he's the father, and he's having father and son issues at this moment. They haven't been solved, and he's telling Adam that Nicholas, his firstborn, okay, his firstborn, will be watching and running his company while he's in jail. And of course, Adam don't like that. He don't like that, guys. Because he was like, okay, how you going to choose him over me? I have more experience than Nicholas. And you getting on my nerve, Daddy. You getting on my nerve. So that's pretty much how it went. And then we move on to Dylan and Nikki. And Nikki is going over the bad moments that have gotten her down, trying to explain to Dylan why she broke her sobriety. And she said she didn't have one drop today, but yes, that yesterday she had a whole slew of them. But he's upset about her going through all this, and he thought it was something else. And she was saying no, it wasn't really anything. She had went to go see Victor on their anniversary, and Victor refused to see her, this, that, and the other. But it really wasn't. The guard just lied, but she had no way of knowing that, so she was feeling all depressed. And Victor, poor him, he was up in jailhouse too, and he was wanting to see Nick and wondering why she didn't come see him. So of course he hardened his heart on her when he didn't even know the truth of the matter. And It was just a bad thing either way. And Dylan was just looking at her like, Mom, you know, you gotta lean on me sometime. You know, if you feeling this, that, and the other, you know, you lean on Nick and Victoria. You know, you need to lean on me. I'm your child. I'm your first child. What are you talking about, Mom? So he basically told Nikki, you know, because she was sitting depressed. She didn't have nowhere to go. And, you know, living out of a hotel is just something that's not built for anybody, really. Ugh, not on a day-to-day basis. So it was kind of gloomy in there. And so he just said, look, Mom, I need help. Sharon won't admit it, but she needs help too with the baby Southern. Could you come and, you know, just be with us, live with us for a while until you can, you know, get yourself back together and I feel comfortable with you being by yourself. But right now you don't. I mean, Sully needs his grandmama. Not only a love that a grandmama can give. You know, he's just painting a picture for her. And eventually he talks her into it. So we move on from there. We go back to Sage and Sharon. Sage it's pretty much wanting to hear more about where Sharon's really being since she's saying she's not cheating on Dylan. And, you know, Sharon divulges her or leans on her about telling her that she's been having these weird dreams about Dr. Anderson and all this kind of stuff. And in comparison, and then comparing notes, Sage says she's been having the same dreams as well, but hers is a little different. But it's just weird that they would be dreaming about the same person and about incidents that had happened and transpired. So she's just, you know, wanting Sharon to tell her a little bit more because it's very inquisitive. She's very inquisitive about it, and it may help her understand why she's having some of the similar same dreams about that same person and about a child. So we move on from that scene. We go to Dr. Neville and Ben. And Ben is getting everything kind of set up, packed up downstairs, you know, bringing out the baby showers, gifts, and all this, that. And Dr. Neville is apologizing to Ben for thinking that, you know, he really was into Ashley and all of this stuff that he had forethought in his mind. And, he's saying thank you for letting me vent, but what I was venting was totally inappropriate, and, I'm sorry. And then Ben starts to talk to Max about how proud he is and how he's so accepting of Abby and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, honey, you need to tie that little demon seed up because he finna really destroy some stuff. I don't know if he gonna get it on this episode of, Young and the Restless, but he gonna get it tomorrow. But this little nut got it. Woo, boy, he's something else. He is a demon seed. Child, you need to get him exercise. But anyway, we go from there. We go to Adam and Victor. Again, Adam still feels Victor orchestrated the whole firing him from the company. Victor tells Adam he is the reason why he's in jail and his company is going to hell. And then, he's like, I ain't got no more time for you. Goodbye. Poof, be gone. So he just asked the guard to open up the door so he can come back and go back to his cell. But prior to Adam leaving, Dr. Meredith Gates comes out and wants to talk to him about his father. So he was like, what he done did to you? Thinking it was one of those things. So we move from there. Well, no, we're still there. And Adam is saying he's remembering where he knows. He's trying to figure out where he knows Dr. Gates from. He thinks he got her pinned down, but he's not really sure. So he's just arbitrarily started throwing out different sceneries, different functions that they may have come across each other, had interaction. But, she's like, no, 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 no. So he's like, yeah, I think I do know you, but I'm going to let it go for now. So she goes on to tell him what she feels about what's going on with Victor and why he's acting a certain way towards his family. And of course, Adam pretty much dismisses it. He's pretty much telling her she need to watch her back when it comes to his father. So it is what it is. We move on back to Nikki and Dylan. And Nikki states the history she has with Sharon. And it's not a good thing. And they're just like nitro. She's saying Sharon is nitro and she is glycerin. And when the both meet each other, you got a good recipe for a bomb. I was like, but goddamn, I even just compared y'all to oil and water. But you really wanted to up the ante and said y'all a full blown bomb if y'all to put together and have to be in each other's space for a long period of time. So I don't know if that's an accurate type of observation, but we'll see as time goes on. Because she does commit to coming over and living with them for a while, at least for a trial basis. But let's see here. Where are we? Where are we? Okay, and then the scene goes to. Okay, the scene goes to Sharon and Sage. Both are still comparing notes, and Sage is encouraging her to keep looking for truth and for evidence because she really thinks she's onto something. And that just really gave Sharon momentum to keep doing what she's doing. But, sometimes people can keep looking for things and things happen, and it's not the outcome that they're actually wanting at the very end of things. But anyway, we move on from that side. We go to Ashley and Abby. Ashley is calling Abby to see if she can drop Max off with her, so because she has to go back to the office and do some work. And Max has already set up his little scheme to get Abby, to fall down the steps and lose her baby. That's what he wants her to do. I don't know what's wrong with this little demon seed child, but honey, somebody gonna have to put him in some little mental health behavior thing to get his head straightened out. Cause right now, he has targeted Abby, and he don't care if he got to get rid of Abby or he got to get rid of Abby and the child. But somebody got to get the hell out of there, cause he's on revenge. His whole mantra is to stay on Ashley until she suffers the way he felt that Ashley had, not Ashley, but Abby had puts towards him by getting rid of his mom. I don't know. I just started recently looking back at, what is it? Young and the Restless, because I was employed and I recently lost my job in January. So I have been chilling for the last couple of months. Started up this YouTube channel towards the end of January on my birthday, and I'm just really starting now to fill out job applications. So y'all keep me in prayer as well, so I can get back in the working field. To make that money and be able to continue to survive out here in society. But until then, I'm due diligently seeking employment. But then to keep my sanity, I am using this YouTube channel as therapy and to get some little coins, change, gas money here and there. But it takes a while to get up to a certain amount, which is $100 threshold, and I haven't got nearly to that yet, to be able to get revenue from my channel. So it is what it is. Right now I'm doing it for therapy, to keep my sanity and to keep me on structure with doing something on a day-to-day basis productively. So I choose to be on my YouTube channel and try to expand it and help it grow, and hopefully seek revenue from it sooner or later. So that's why I'm here giving you all this meat and potatoes with the soap operas. So where did I stop, guys? Okay, we went to okay, went to a commercial, then we came back. We back on Sage and Sharon. Sage is still encouraging Sharon to look for those missing pieces, and if any time she can help, she'll definitely come and try to help her do what she needs to do. But somebody needs to look into that night where her baby was born, which was around, I think it was around Halloween time, and the bad treatment Patty was experiencing, which is Paul Williams' sister. She's up in there for some mental issue problems herself, for trying to kill people around there in Gentleman City. And just a lot of stuff that was going on, but they treated her as well as Patty as well as Sharon real bad when they were there, going through their mental issues. So I believe Patty came up dead, and just some missing questions, unanswered questions that needed to be asked and resolved. So she's like forge head, Sharon. I got your back. And if you ever need to go over a hypothesis about certain things related to this case, then, I'm here for you to vent at, to be a sounding board, whatever. But we go to Victor, which is pretty much, I believe it was the last scene of the day for that episode on yesterday, the 20th of April. Victor pretty much does a playback in his head, as well as Nikki. It's called like telekinesis or something, where you thinking this person could feel your emotions and your pain that you're going through. Usually they say twins can experience it, but I guess if you're really connected with the universe and your energy and all of this has some science to it, where this person can actually, or they can kind of feel you're going through some things. You know how, give you an example. If you're thinking about somebody and they just stand on your mind, it's not like it just arbitrarily comes in and then it goes, because you're remembering a song may help you remember a time back when you were with this person, or a familiar scene like a restaurant or a place you all visited that can bring back memories. But just a person just steadily on your mind all the time. Usually it's something there. Either they're going through something, or they're coming to see you, or they've been talking about you. It's just how um, the energy works in our society. So basically, he's seeing images of the best times when him and Nikki actually got married, and things were just so good and clear within their relationship. And him being in bar, being away in prison, he's missing his freedom pretty much, because even when he was free, he still was treating people like crap. But he's just missing a lot, and daydreaming a lot, and just remembering the good times. The same thing with Nikki. So that's where they are on that particular episode, and I gotta go review the one that was for today, Thursday, April 21st. But y'all will get it tomorrow, I promise. But that's all I had, guys, for my first review on the Young and the Restless. Just tell me how you felt about it. Leave comments. I love those, and I do respond back to those daily. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming to Deb Chanel's 48's World. If you haven't subscribed to my channel or checked out any of my other videos, please do so. I have a large selection for you to partake of. Remember, if you like something, make sure you check that like button, and tell friends about me, tell family members about me, several, so we can move my channel on up in the stratosphere. But right now I'm doing it for myself, and I appreciate people that are like-minded, that like my content and my commentary, to join in with me. And we have our own little dialogue over here on Deb Chanel's 48's World. Okay? But and a little thing, if y'all didn't know, one of our prominent musicians as well as artists died today, April 21st. He died at his home, I believe. Our artist by the name of Prince, and he died at age 57. And don't nobody really know how he died, really. So I'm kind of waiting to cover him on my channel, because I do a celebrity commentary news corner spot on my page, where I talk about celebrities, whether they did something good in their community, or within our society as a whole globally, or whether they did some type of infraction for the negative, or some bad things are happening to them. Either way, it's entertainment reporting, and I like to give it to my gifts or gabs, which are my subscribers, my followers. I named y'all that. So I'll look forward to a piece I'm gonna do in tribute to him, because I, at a younger age, I'm 48 now, but I used to go to a lot of his concerts. One in particular that I remember, when he had the little his cheeks out, he had the yellow flannel jumpsuit. Child, please, that was too hot. And he knew how to give a concert. Whatever the money he was asking you to pay, you got that and some. So he was a very good artist. to have been able to see him perform live on stage or just see him in movies, because he was an actor as well. And the man was just he was a music genius. I heard one interview he was doing with some news feed or whatever. He played over 1,000 instruments. And I was like, what? I think he said about over 1,000 instruments. I was like, oh my goodness, how talented is that? But he died suddenly, I guess, because he was supposed to be doing a concert here in Atlanta around the first part of April, and I put that out on my channel as well. But he got ill and he had to cancel the concert, and then I know he was in the news, and they were talking about what do you call it? He had to end the concert because he had flu symptoms, and he was en route to going home, but they had to make an emergency landing because I guess the pressure was just too much for him, the air pressure, and he had to get hospitalized. But they said he was okay, and then out the blue today, around 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, or somewhere around that time, they had announced him dead. I was like, oh my goodness. So my prayers and condolences go out to his family members and friends, because we lost a sad, sad, sad. I mean, it's sad for us. We lost a very good entertainer in the music industry, and he was definitely a mogul because he owned all of his own music. He wrote his own stuff. He produced. He was just some of everything. So I was like, good, good, good. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys. So please rate, comment, subscribe, share my channel with your friends and family members, those who like my content. Encourage them to join my channel, subscribe to my channel, because it doesn't cost anything. So thank you for tuning in. Blessings, and y'all have a great evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care.